Good morning, USA, soccer fans and football fans. Bobby Cardenas coming at you from Lancaster, California. Friday morning, the day before the third place game that takes place tomorrow between the Netherlands and Brazil, and 2 days ahead of the final, which takes place between Germany and Argentina. Now, I'm in my referee uniform. I told you yesterday that I would post a video talking about and trying to explain Law 11 of the FIFA laws, which is the offside law. See, my uniform, got my badge on. Okay, so I'm going to show you 3 diagrams that hopefully will explain it simply, because there are quite a few things that actually do go into this law, various scenarios, but as a referee, with experience comes knowing how to deal with those on the pitch immediately. Now, this first diagram, okay, I hope everybody can see this. The red X's depict the offensive players. The blue circles are the defensive players. Okay. In this scenario, the offense is going in this direction. This offensive player, this X, is beyond the second to last defender. We always consider the keeper the last defender. He is beyond these 2 players. Here's his teammate with the ball. The law, simply put, requires that to be offside, you must be in your opponent's area. You must be closer to the goal than the second to last defender and ahead of the ball to be in an offside position. To be offside is not in and of itself a foul. It only goes into that if you become involved in play. Meaning that at the moment this player, his teammate, plays the ball into space towards him here, and this player makes a move to gather the ball to become involved in play or impedes one of the defenders from trying to get to the ball, he has now become active in this play and is therefore offside because he was in an offside position at the moment the ball was played. Simply put. Next diagram. Here are the offensive players again. He is right next to the second to last defender, right, because the keeper's the last defender. Here's a teammate with the ball. Here's another offensive player who's beyond these 2 defenders, but if you notice carefully, he's actually behind the second to last defender. Neither of these players are in an offside position right now before this ball is played. Now, if this stays like this, and then this player plays the ball, at the moment he kicks the ball into space here, let's say for this player, into space there for that player, at the moment this happens, neither of these 2 players are offside. What happens to the naked eye is that once this ball is played and these players get beyond, people assume that they're offside because they're past the second to last defender when they've collected the ball. That's not the way the law reads. It's at the moment the ball is played. How do we referees try to gauge this? As the assistant referee running along the touchline, it is our job to stay even with that second to last defender, watching the play, the ball. We're constantly moving our heads. That's why we will try to move in this side pattern as much as possible. And at the very last second, we have to try to gauge when this player is about to play the ball and turn our attention away from him and look directly down the line and listen for when this ball is kicked, so that we can gauge where these other offensive players are at the moment that ball is kicked. Because when we hear that ball has been kicked, obviously it's been played. This is how you gauge offside. There's no offsides here. This last scenario. An offensive player has the ball here. He's gotten behind the defense. His other offensive teammate is here also. Now, while these 2 players are both beyond these last defenders, second to last defenders, this player plays the ball back to his teammate. You can never be offside when you're behind the ball. Behind the ball means you always gauge it where the goal is, going in the direction of the goal. The ball is closer to the goal than he is, therefore he's behind the ball. You can never be offside. You can never be offside if you receive the ball directly from a corner kick, from a throw-in, or from a goal kick. Your keeper or defender has kicked the ball from a goal kick. If you receive the ball directly from either of those 3 scenarios, you can never be offside. You can also never be offside when you're in your own half. See, the player's going this way. So, behind the ball, never offside. As I said, there's a lot of other things that go into it. If you still have any questions about offsides, please let me know through the Facebook, the post, YouTube, and I'll further answer those questions, okay? Now, I'm going to come back as a civilian in a little bit, watch some highlights, talk about Luis Suarez, the transfer that took place today, the finalization of the transfer by Barcelona. Discuss that and a few other things. And in the meantime, I'm going to become a civilian now, so I'm going to have one of these, and I will talk to you soon. Go USA!